All right, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll get started with Pelle Larsson. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll call on you. First question, Justin Spears.
Pelle, good to see you. What's just kind of your history with Colorado? What do you remember about matchups against that team?
I played them last year. They had a really good team last year. Went to the tournament. I mean, obviously people talk about playing there, the elevation and stuff. But I I haven't had much history of playing them just last year. I know they're a tough team and well coached. So.
And from your perspective, what's it been like to see Ben Mathurin and the kind of impact he's made?
It's nice, but I mean, it's no surprise for any of us. Like, we know what he can do because we watch him in practice every day, and everyone on the team knew that he could fit really well in the system and the way we play. So it's really nice to to see the highlights and stuff. But we saw it coming, I think.
And who does he remind you of in terms of skill set and what he can do?
Oh, that's hard. I think he has a lot of the skill set that most NBA players have. He can really shoot it. I mean, super strong. Attacks the basket really good. So that's I don't know if I can answer that one. That's a hard question for me.
Next question, Bruce Pascoe.
Hey, Pelle, I was just wondering how you could describe how the kind of unplanned, time off has been for you guys as players, and what have you been doing? Has it been a different approach to practice since you've had extra time?
Yeah, and I mean, we've been practicing like normal, and there's been talk about playing and getting extra games on the schedule. So we just been staying ready, staying out of COVID troubles, and just practicing, preparing for potential matchups. And I think we're happy we can finally play again. So.
What was it like as a player to? I mean, there was some talk. Maybe you'd play USC, maybe you'd play UCLA, maybe you'd play ASU way back before they paused. I mean, did you guys pay attention to that and think, hey, we might have a game in a couple of days, or do you just, how do you deal with that? Yeah, what's it been like?
Yeah, I mean, at first you're like, I mean, you can get a little bit frustrated, but then we kind of realized that these are all like potential matchups and talks, so we kind of didn't read too much into it. We just stayed our course and not get too excited or too sad if we didn't get a matchup. So
I was wondering, just on a personal note for you, with you had a couple different times where you've had that left ankle, looks like you tweaked it and you went to the locker room, came back. I'm wondering, for the extra time, do you feel like that's behind you? Did you spend the extra time kind of working on that?
Yeah, I mean, always when we have injuries, we rehab and that stuff. But time always heals most injuries. So it's for that reason, or in that case, time off has been good for me.
Yeah. Thanks.
Next question, Brian Peterson.
Pelle, when we last saw you about a month or so ago, you said you still didn't feel like you were had figured out what you wanted to do, like with this team. Do you still think you're searching for a role with this group?
No, I don't think so. I think we all kind of know our roles, and we embrace the roles that we have right now. So I'm not searching for a role. I'm just still trying to find ways to do that role even better every day. So.
How much has it changed as far as the minutes for yourself and the other guys on the bench since Kim has not been around?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed. I mean, it's kind of logical. Like, we're gonna play more when we play less guys. So
Thank you.
Next question, Alec White.
Yeah, Pelle, since we might not get to talk to you before Saturday, just your thoughts on facing Utah for the first time since being at Arizona.
yeah, it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be really fun, especially some of the guys that I played with last year. But I mean, I don't know. I'm trying not to get too excited because I have to play tomorrow against Colorado. So it will be fun. But right now, Colorado is the focus. Yeah.
Do you still keep in touch with some of your teammates from there?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And what are they? What do you guys kind of talk about? Your seasons. Are they talking about how you're doing and how are they doing over at Utah? Just what are the texts like?
Yeah, just talks about what's going on in the season and I don't know, what's going on in the world, and we kind of share some of the same interests, so we talk about a little bit of that stuff. So just normal.
Gotcha.
Next question, David Kelly.
Hey, Pelle, just a couple of follow-ups on what Bruce had asked you. One, in terms of the scheduling. Obviously, there are a lot of people out there that felt like UCLA was ducking you guys by scheduling Long Beach State and not the rematch against you guys. How did the players feel about that? Did you guys feel like, well, did you guys look at it and say, well, what is UCLA doing? Why won't they play us?
I mean, I don't know why they didn't play us, but I mean, we were ready to play and excited to play a game. But I mean, they're doing what they think is best. So you just gotta accept it, I guess.
And on the injury front, what happened when you went down in the Washington game, and how bad did you think that was initially when you went down?
Yeah, I stepped on a guy's foot and tweaked my ankle a little bit. And I mean, it's happened, I think, 2 times this season. But I mean, we went back in the locker room pretty quick and took care of it. And I started warming up again and stuff. So, I mean, sprained ankle is not fun, but it's not the worst thing that can happen. So, kind of just have to play through that one.
Next question, back to Bruce.
Pelle, just following up on that, I just saw that tweet the other day where they had a bunch of guys look like you went to Top Golf. I didn't know, were you part of that? And if so, how was your golf game?
Yeah, we all went. It's a little team activity last weekend, and I'd say my golf game is for sure one of the top guys on the team, because I don't know, some of those swings are not pleasant, but we have some good golfers. Jordan Maines is really good, and Grant Whiteman can play some golf too. So I'd say I'm probably top 4 on the team.
Wow, did you play growing up in Sweden at all, or was golf a big thing?
No, I just started playing last year actually at Utah, and then I
okay.
played quite a bit this summer. But I really enjoy it. It's like one of my probably my second favorite sport almost.
Okay, because I was just wondering, like you said, you guys are being careful with COVID. You don't have any travel, no games, no travel, no class. I mean, what else have you been doing to kind of fill up the time and either relaxing or anything else going on?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why we went to do something like that. But yeah, there's not a lot you can do, and no school and no travel. So we've been just practicing and then hanging out with each other, playing video games, just passing time basically. And then I mean, that was Top Golf was fun, like something different. So just chilling with each other.
All right, cool. Thanks.
That's always all the time we have. Thank you, Pella.
Thanks, guys.